Hello, guys. Welcome to our team call. Today is, I don't even know what day it is. It is September, 4th? September 4th. We have just a few announcements to make today. I don't know if you guys are excited for fall. It's still 100 degrees here and like humid. I know our Arizona folks are probably hot too. But the pumpkin spice Shakeology, which is vegan, goes on sale September 17th. So I lost there it is. So the FAQ for that, and that's, you can just go to your Team Beachbody page. You can type in the FAQ and it's going to give you all those details, but it's 10/31. So it's going to start September 17th. There are only a limited number available, so get it now so you can enjoy it. I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are too, because that's going to be yummy. And what else is going on this month? So we have $10 off of Lift 4 challenge packs and still the VIP early access. So that will go through this month of September and then it is over. So keep that in mind. Lift 4 is a great program if you're not doing it. I'm loving it. It's actually allowing me to train for my first half marathon in December. Well, actually my second, but like first one that I'm like really trying to do okay with. But with that flexibility of 4 days a week, it's allowing me to do that. So I'm super excited about it. But remember, $10 off for this month. I know a lot of you guys were in our Labor Day community sale, and it was amazing. So I know it's put a few of us on the board this month already, which was great having that momentum coming into September. So we want to give us some shout outs to some amazing coaches for August who met some goals and helped some folks start their health and fitness journey. So we have, who do we have from last month? We have Katie, who did fabulous. We have Melissa and Melissa. We have two Melissas who helped one person last month. And then Shar did great in August. I'm like confusing my August and my September here. And then Jessica also signed her first coach with a 2B challenge pack, 2B mindset challenge pack. There we go. And then Robin is bringing in lots of folks to the community and signing them up with Clean Week and getting them started off right to get them on her journey. So guys, don't forget about that. Clean Week is a great way to introduce Beachbody, what we do to folks, or what we do with folks, with no obligation. Get them in your group. Get them seeing what's happening. Folks doing their workouts, drinking Shakeology, what it's all about, and that's a great way to do it. So don't forget about Clean Week. All they have to do is set up their free Beachbody account, go to On Demand, and they can do that. So that is a great way. That's how Robin got started with us back in November of last year. So when Clean Week came out. So don't forget about that it's still there. And then this month, like I said, we already have some folks on the board. Callie's on the board, Amanda's on the board, Char's on the board, Jessica's on the board, Katie's on the board. So guys, keep going. We are in the beginning of the month and we have lots and lots of time, but you want to keep that momentum going. You want to keep showing up. You want to keep doing your vital behaviors and moving your business forward. So okay, I'm making sure I didn't forget any announcements because that was a lot. Oh, the other thing I want to announce, just because I know I signed up for it, Shar signed up for it, the 2B Mindset certification. So right now it's on sale for $99, which is a really good deal. I did go in the FAQs and it just says it's going to end in fall of 2018. I don't know where I'm looking, y'all. I'm sorry. I keep like looking at camera in a funny place. So it's going to end in fall of 2018, but it doesn't tell us the date. So if you are at all interested in doing it, do it now while it's on sale, because when it's $200, when it's $199, you're going to look at it and say, I wish I would have done it. So take advantage of that. I'm doing the October 7th. Shar, when are you doing yours?
The only one they had on the weekend was, I think, the 14th.
Oh, really?
All of them were during the week. So if you're doing it and you work like me,
Uh-huh.
the 14th is the only one that was weekend and not during the day. So just something
Got
to,
it. Yeah, mine's a Sunday. I did a
oh,
Sunday from 8 to 10.
maybe that one was
Are
full.
you doing, oh, was it? Okay.
I
I
don't know.
signed up, I guess, 2 weeks ago.
Anyway,
But great. So do it if you're thinking about it. If you are in love with 2B Mindset and it has changed your life and you are seriously like into it, it's a great investment. And always keep those things for tax purposes because you can use them as a write-off. Okay, so I'm kind of all over the board tonight because I want to talk about just a few different things. I know we talk about the same things often because those are the things that we need to be doing as we talk about those vital behaviors. But I want to talk about adding value to your post, right? Like all of us are here because I believe we truly, genuinely care about people. I don't think that anyone on this team is here to make a quick buck. Most of us have been here for a while. Most of us have, some of us have left and come back. Like, guys, there is something special about what we do. And when you have a passion for what you do and for these programs and for how they've changed your life, we have to get out of our own way. We have to stop letting the fear of what other people are going to think about our posts, about what we say, get in our way. Like it's held me back from time to time. I'm sure it's holding some of you back or it's held you back, but we can't keep doing that. We have to move forward. I know that each and every one of us on this team believe in these products, believe in what we do, and we need to put that out there. So as we talk about adding value, it doesn't have to be Beachbody related. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And I'll give you just kind of a wonky example of something I shared on Instagram that I was blown away that it had the response that it had. And this was a while back. I always keep tissues in my car because I have children. We're always in the car. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, you have boxes of tissues that you can buy, but they have the Kleenex brand that are circular, right? They're like a circular little thing, but they fit perfectly in your cup holder. You would have thought just the engagement over these silly little tissues was like crazy because they were like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for them. I love them. I don't mind paying the little, because they are more expensive, but they fit perfectly in the cup holder. You don't have your kids trampling over your tissue boxes and like dirty dirt in your tissue and you're trying to blow your nose. But something so simple and so easy that I was able to add value to moms out there who needed a solution to a simple little problem. And guys, again, you can do something Beachbody related. You can share your favorite recipe. You can share how you made that alternative. If you're doing 2B Mindset, I know we cut carbs out at dinner. What are you replacing those carbs with? If you're not doing pasta, are you doing cauliflower rice? Talk about those things in a way that you are just sharing. You are adding value in your posts, guys. When you go to invite someone, after you're providing value and you're giving them something, it's not strange, right? Especially if you're inviting someone that commented on your post or liked your post. It's not uncomfortable. I am not a cold invite person. I will never just message someone out of the blue and say, hey, join me. If I've never connected with them, that's just not me. That is not something I'm personally comfortable with. I want to build a relationship with you because if I bring you into our group and our community, I want you to succeed. You are not a sale to me. You are not a commission to me. You're important to me, and I know that each and every one of you on this call, they're important to you too. These folks that you are helping, you truly want to go to bed at night and know that you did your best with them and you gave them everything that you had. And so don't be afraid to add value. don't be afraid to put yourself out there, guys. It's the beginning of the month, and I did something that honestly, I'm going to say I have not done in quite a long time. And we had a long weekend this weekend, but I sat down and I wrote down on my planner what Success Club points I wanted to hit this month. I want to be at Success Club 12. I haven't written that goal down, and I can't tell you when. Like, actually physically wrote it down. I may have said it. I may have thought in my head, but I haven't written it down. I actually went in and I wrote in all of my runs as I'm starting to plan for this half marathon. I wrote them on the date of when I'm going to do them. I wrote my workouts, my little planner, but I wrote my workouts in there. I wrote the date of my prep week for my next challenge group and the start of my next challenge group. And I did that based on what was working for me right now and what my life was like, because all of our lives are busy. We all have so many things going on. So you need to actually sit down with your planner and plan these things out. Write them down. For me, I'm doing prep week on the 17th because I'm on week 7 of Lift 4. I know a lot of us are on week 8, but I'm on week 7, and my plan is to take a week off and just run that week, and then I'll start fresh. I'm doing Lift 4 again. That is my plan for another 8 weeks, and then we'll go into, gosh, by then it'll be October. Holy cow. So I'm doing prep week on the 17th, and then I'm starting my new group on the 24th. So that still gives me some time to get folks in there during prep week if they're not there yet. But I know that having a date and saying, let's start on this date, everybody loves it. Even my challengers who have been with me forever, there is something special about just starting fresh and starting new. And I don't run my challenge groups every 30 days. I feel like sometimes they go 45, sometimes they go 50, and then I start over. I'm adding people to them occasionally, but there's just something great about having a start date and letting people know that. So plan out your month. Today is September 4th. It is Tuesday. That feels like a Monday. I'm sure everybody else is feeling that way too. But you have time. A lot of us, I know, are doing the vital behaviors. We always talk about them. Product of the product. Why can't I think of them? Personal development, recognition, and what's the other one that I'm not? Like product of the product, recognition, and personal. Inviting. Okay, so that's probably why I forgot that one, because I need to be doing that one a little bit more. But some of us are doing those vital behaviors. Maybe we're not doing all of them, or maybe we're only doing them just a little bit, right? And we're thinking to ourselves, well, I'm doing the things, right? No one's coming to me. I'm not helping anyone. I'm not making any sales. This is hard. But you got to be real with yourself right now. Are you doing the things? Are you doing the things? If you're not doing the things are simple. We can do them. We know what we need to do. It's just a matter of doing those things. But you can't post on social media and just sit back and wait for folks to come to you, because it may happen every once in a while, but it's not going to happen often. I have been doing this for 3 years consistently. Every single day I show up. Every single day. Do I always post my workout or my Shakeology on my personal page? No, I post it in my stories. But on my post, like on my timeline or on my Instagram, whatever, I don't always post those things every single day there. I always do them in my stories. But I show up every single day. So for 3 years, people know. And when I was pregnant, if my post wasn't my 4 a.m. post that I'm used to posting, people are saying, did you have your baby? Like, they're waiting. They're watching. Is she going to work out today? Is that baby going to come? Like, people may not comment, but I can guarantee you they are watching you. I don't remember what the the call last week, the team call, how she talked about how she does her inviting. And she has her notebook and the notebook method. And I have not done it, but she had a bigger notebook. And she writes, she's an Instagram girl. So she goes on Instagram, and anyone who likes her or watches her stories or likes her posts, she writes down their Instagram handle, and she messages them just, a simple little nice message. And she shares, because she's sharing on her stories what she's doing. Hey, do you want to join me? I think that sometimes we make this business more complicated than it has to be. And I know life is busy. I know most of us are moms. Most of us work outside of the home. Most of us have 1,001 things going on. But guys, we can do this. I am excited about this month. It's a new month. It is the beginning of the month. Take some time. Even if you just take 5 minutes after you listen to this call, or we get off this call, and you sit down and you look and you say, when am I starting my challenge group? If you aren't ready to start your own challenge group, reach out to one of us. I mean, we have several groups, different kinds of groups going, that I know any one of us would allow you to add your folks into and be part of. There's so many opportunities. But when you sit down and you let fear get in your way, what other people think about you, when we let, I don't know enough yet, or I need to watch this training first, or I need to do this, we don't do anything. We think that that's working. We're working our business. And some of those things, guys, are important. Yes, they are important. But you actually have to do things. You have to take action. And, some of that action happened this past weekend as that group that we added people to these groups. And I was a fan of it. I don't think it's something that you can do often, because then it loses its excitement, I think. But I think that Labor Day sale was amazing. And I really enjoyed it. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is I did a vision board party with my challengers. I don't really remember, but I was pregnant. So it's been at least 8-9 months ago that I did it. I would love to be able to do one of the digital ones because I think they're beautiful, but that's just not my jam. Like, I am like paper and glue sticks and all of those things. But as I was sitting at my desk today, this morning, and I was looking over my planner, and I looked up and I went through my vision board. Every single thing is done. And it took me a minute, and I was like, oh my gosh. I had on here, for me personally, it was happy, healthy pregnancy. That's like a little pregnant lady. I don't know if you can see them. Those are my little Bowflex weights that I wanted, my Bowflex weights. Cake is super important to me. If you know me, that's like my most favorite food in the whole wide world. And I wanted to eat cake. I wanted to have progress, not perfection. That is definitely my life story. And for years, we had talked about a lake house. And we had sat down and we went back and forth. And long story short, we found that a beach house was the right choice for our family right now. But with my income through Beachbody, I pay our regime fees for our beach house. I don't pay the mortgage. The husband pays that. But I am able to pay we wanted to be in a community with lots of amenities, and I'm able to pay for those amenities with my income, because consistently for 3 years, I have made that income happen. And it's amazing. And so guys, when we put in the work and when we truly care about what we do and the people we serve, you're going to do well. You're going to do well. Everyone's not going to succeed. Everyone's not going to say yes. But if you stay consistent and you truly show up for your people, guys, the opportunities are endless. If it's happening for other people, it can happen for you. So I know I was kind of all over the place. Remember to make your plan this month. write it down. What do you want to happen? When we write down our goals and we see them every single day, if you open up your planner, you're more likely to hit them. They're going to be there, that reminder each and every day of what you want to accomplish. I would love to have a vision board making night. I don't know if we could set up a time or a poll and figure out, because I know it's hard with time zones and kids and school and all of those things. And maybe we could set up two, one for East Coast, one for West Coast. But it was a lot of fun. Like, we had wine and sparkling water, and we sat for an hour on a Zoom call, and we shared, and we just talked. And it was so much fun. And like I said, I have had this up there for so long. And today I said, you know what? I'm going to take it down. I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to take it down, and I'm going to make a new one. And I'm super excited for what that's going to look like, because I don't know all the things that I want on there quite yet, but I know that I'm ready. And so I'm going to invite you to come along with me and all of these amazing coaches and do it, guys. Just show up. Don't be scared. And if you are scared, just do it scared. Just do it scared. Because the worst thing that could happen is nothing bad's going to happen. The world's not going to fall apart. You can write your post, you can do your thing, and you just go away. Like, I shared on social media on a live video that I peed my pants for a half a mile while I finished running my 2 miles. Like, completely soaked my pants. My husband was like, what, why are you walking in like that? And I shared it on social media to the public. So you ever Google my name, you're going to know that for like half a mile, peed my pants the whole time. But I cannot tell you how many people private messaged me and said, oh my gosh, me too. Or, oh my gosh, buy these underwear. Or, oh my gosh, buy these panty liners. Or thank you for being real. Thank you for being authentic. And guys, that's what it's about. I mean, we are all a hot mess. Like, everybody is. Like, we are all just a hot mess. And there are days that I look at people's perfect, beautiful Instagram pages and everything is just perfection. And their house is all white and they have little people running around. And I'm like, seriously? Like, how do you do that? How do you make that happen? And a part of me is like, gosh, I wish I had that. Or gosh, that's not me. That's not my life. That is not who I am. I'm just a hot mess, just trying to survive. So share your mess, guys. Be real, be true. And I have no doubt that if you put in the work, good things will happen. So I'm at my 30-minute mark just about, so I'm going to stop talking. Does anybody have anything to say? I'm going to mute you. Katie, Shar.
It was so good. It was so good. Thank you so much.
So sweet. Thank you.
I loved it. I loved what you said, and it really hit me. So I took a ton of notes. These are my notes. How you said to not like be afraid of the no, because I think for a long time, especially on Facebook, the no for me was very personal, because a lot of times it was people I knew who were saying, and for some reason my ego made the no about me, which is really ridiculous when you think about it. It's not about you. It's about someone not being ready to take that step. So it's a lot easier for me to hear no's on Instagram. And it's funny because I've been sending a lot more invites. I've been hearing a lot more, not right now, it's not ready right now. And so I message them back and say, that's totally fine. Just know if I can ever be of any service to you with health or wellness, if you have any questions for me, I'm always happy to be a help. And they always send me like the nicest message back. So it's not, the no isn't about you. And Rachel Hollis says that, like, other people's opinion is none of your business. So it's just not about you. And I really think if you're leading with, just like Donna said, if you're leading with serving others and helping others and knowing that that's your intention, it's never icky or salesy or any of those things, because we know this changed our life. And I'm simply sharing it just like I would my favorite Trader Joe's thing or my favorite sweater or whatever that is. I will share it. So it's no different. And I think you said that too. It's like the Kleenex. So when you're sharing consistently what you love, this is just something else that we love and makes our life so much better, that why wouldn't we share it with you? Like, if you're choosing to follow me, I'm assuming you're not following me because I'm a teacher. Because people know I'm a teacher, but I don't talk teaching strategies ever.
Right.
I never talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I never talk like what I'm doing in my classroom ever. I don't talk about that. So people are following you because you offer value to them. And it's usually with all of us about our commitment to health and fitness and wellness. And that's why people are following us, for the inspiration and the motivation, and probably for a little humor along the way. But so don't be afraid of the no. Welcome to
that. Love it.
The other thing I just wrote down is that if you have a business account, because you talked about Instagram and people engaging in content, I noticed when I asked a question the other day, I didn't do a very long post, but I asked a question. It was the most comments I've ever gotten. It started getting comments like right away. So every once in a while to ask a question. So if you have a business account, which I personally suggest on Instagram, but I'm not an expert, because you can see the insight. So you can see, people really like food. Obviously, don't want to do food all the time, but maybe every 3 posts do a food post or a quote post. Quotes are big for me. I don't know why. They're always one of my most engaged. My workout's actually my least engagement as far as a post, a picture post, unless it's a transformation. But otherwise, I think the insights are important because it lets you know what your followers like on your page. Gives you an idea of what to post more about. But I loved your calendar stuff too. I wrote all that down because I need to do that as well. And I think sometimes, I don't know why I wrote this down, but you were talking, about hitting Success Club. And Katie and I have been talking about, like, our goal is to hit Success Club like every week. So to get 6 every week. And we're like, that by the end of the month, you'd have 24. But I was thinking if that feels overwhelming too, because I know when I started as a coach, when Shelly would throw out, she'd have huge numbers. I was just like, how in the world does she do that? I can. So I think just having a goal of maybe helping, if you're new and that overwhelms you, 1 person a week. I am going to help 1 person a week, which means you probably have to invite 30 to 50 to get 1 person a week at least. But what that does is it excites you. As soon as you get that one, you're like, I can get another one. And I can get another one. And I can get another one. And new blood in your challenge groups, new people, new excited people getting started. That's what keeps us all going. I think that's part of why all of us are coaches. New program, new people, new excitement. And it just keeps everything like momentum of your business moving forward. And I agree, the Labor Day sale was awesome.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I think it was well done. They did it.
I think it would be good in December again. About 6, about that timeline apart. And December is usually a challenging month. Or Jan. Well, yeah, December is usually challenging. So anyway, Dawn, it was awesome. I got a lot out of it.
Thank you for joining. Katie, do you have anything? Hi.
I just have a couple of things that I thought about. So when you were talking about how Robin has been getting people in with Clean Week, if you guys haven't listened to the wake up call yet, it was so good. And it sounds like he just gets people in, like whether they want to buy a challenge pack, whether or not, he gets them in through the Challenge Tracker app, because then they're his customer. They start seeing people post their Shakeology, and then he can sell them a challenge pack, like super easy. And so go into it with that mindset of just helping people, even if it's free at first, like just get them into your community, get them into where you can just give them tons of value. And so that wake up call on Monday, like, blew me away. And I think it's because he's just so real and just like not the typical like coach guy coach, I guess. And he just seemed like my older brother or something like that. But he's out there just like helping people. And another thing that I got from him, kind of like he's older. He's doing ads on Facebook, and the ads stopped working because of the algorithms. And he was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to hit Success Club anymore, because that was my only figuring it out. And then his Beachbody mentor's like, no, dude, you got to go figure out Instagram. Like, that's where so he figured it out. Like, he does Instagram stories. So I think that is a big thing too, is just evolving and always like not giving up on something that's working, because it could change in minutes. You always have to be learning something new and going with the times. And and if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it, because he uses an Instagram kind of like, I bought into one that it's kind of more expensive, but his is only $30 every 6 months. And it kind of does the same thing as what I do, but it's been a game changer for me to have an automatic message going out to people who follow me, because that's where I would get stuck a lot, is sending the first message, like reaching out. But now I have constant conversations going on all day long, because they follow people for me. As they follow me back, they send a message that I told them to send.
Okay.
So my voice.
You create the message that okay.
And you can change it whenever you want and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't have a lot of money to invest into something like the one that I'm doing, the one he is doing is awesome too. It does the messages, it follows, unfollows, it's building his Instagram, and he always has people to talk to. So that's one thing I would say, is sometimes we get in this position where we kind of feel stuck, or we're like running out of, feeling like we don't have a lot of people to talk to, but it's because we've got to keep growing those accounts, growing our Instagram, growing our Facebook, and keeping those conversations going. And so if you need a little help, because that's one thing I didn't do for a long time. Like, I'm like, I've just got to do it all, all by myself. And sometimes it's overwhelming, but if you have, like, that's one thing that I would say is so worth the investment, to have someone help you with that, following, unfollowing, bringing people to you, sending them the message, because that took me so much time every day. And now I just get to respond. I just get to post value and respond to the messages. And so that is a tip I would have for you guys, is if you don't have, like, we have one that if you want to ask us about it, me and Shar both have like an affiliate link where you can get 10% off. But if you want something just cheaper to just help you get going, go figure out what one he did. Go listen to that call, because I would say so worth it. Wouldn't you say, Shar?
So that times, yes. Yes.
So you guys are happy with it? Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah. I wake up to conversations every day. I have conversations with people every single day. I'm not saying they're all leading like to someone. I've sent, I have good conversations going, and I feel like it's slowly getting more into my niche. It's not all totally my niche, but it does get there. And it was interesting listening to that call. I thought Katie too, because I thought if you guys watch the call, I mean, he's his late 40s, you would not think this man could build a following on Instagram. And it just is always such a good reminder. I feel like I'm reminded at any Beachbody event and summit every year that coaches do not fit in this package, that you are simply serving people, and everyone has people to serve. We all have people to influence in our life, and we all have our own market. I was talking to someone about coaching today, and she's like, I just don't think it's for me. And I was like, really? Why? I said, what I love about it is, even the coaches on my team, while I think we're a lot alike, we're also very different. Like, you get to take what you evolve into through this process, and those are the people you find. Like, whether you're plant-based or whether you're a new mom right now, you get to work with these niches of people of where you are in your life right now. That's who you attract. And I think that's such an amazing thing. That's so different than skincare, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're really, really changing someone's life who's most likely in the same place you are, or has been in somewhere you were. And that's why they choose to go with you. And he clearly is successful. He's been a coach for like 7 years, but I was like, it was awesome to
like in his first 2 years, he doubled his 6-figure income. Like, that's how crazy. He's like, and he goes, if someone tells me to do something and I decide to do it, I am 100% consistent. Like, I don't miss a day. And so that's another huge thing to take away from this, is it's like, in this business, consistency is everything. Like, if you miss a week of messaging, and like your whole momentum just stops. And so even if you have to do the bare minimum some days and do a ton other days, like whatever it may be, it just has to happen. Like before you go to bed, like just do it, because that momentum is going to change your life. Like the consistency, the momentum, that's what's going to build your business. And so it's like every time you stop, you're starting all over, really. So it's like, just think of it that way as, okay, like this is going to get me to my goals and dreams. This is going to help me build the team I want to build. So I cannot go to bed tonight until I reach out to 5 or 10 people. You know, it's really like Donna said, we make it so hard inside of our minds.
I have
when
1
you
minute
get,
and it cuts us off. That's
all
right.
okay, I'll let you go.
But I have the free.
Yeah,
I
just
don't pay for it.
Just in a minute. Ready? 5, 4.
I know, right? It's gonna go black. It's gonna cut us off. Okay. I love y'all. I'm so glad that
You guys are awesome. Have a great